Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you some of my very favorite kitchen gadgets that I find that are worth the money. Some I've shown you before, but a few of them are newer that I haven't shown you. One that I use sometimes is what I would call, I guess I'm going to call it a paintbrush. A little brush that I use, for example, if I need to put some melted butter on something and you use this little brush and put it on. I think it can make things very useful and evenly distribute whatever you're spreading. So this is very useful. I call it my little paintbrush. Number two, and I actually got rid of this and then ordered it again, a meat masher. This helps get everything very evenly sized. For example, when I didn't have this, I'd have some bigger chunks of meat. And what I like is this actually saves me money. I used to use like 2 pounds of ground beef and I would break it up with my fingers. With this, I use 1 pound of ground beef and I mash it up into tiny pieces and it distributes more evenly and it saves me money because I'm using less meat. So this little meat masher really helps. I've mentioned this before, one good knife and I can cut all sorts of things that I used to not be able to cut, such as a cantaloupe. So one really good knife. This is extremely old and it sounds like a silly item maybe to have as a favorite. This can opener, I don't even know how old it is, but it is very old, probably over 50 years old, and it's way better than the other can openers out there. It's really strong, and I know it's small, but it's an excellent little hand can opener. Another thing, and I know some people use their hands for this, but I find this egg separator extremely useful. And it really helps whenever I have things that call for egg whites. I actually think this is worth the money. Another is a really good pair of scissors for the kitchen. This is very sharp. It cuts a lot of different things. What I like is it has a safety covering, and so I'm very pleased with that. Another, and I do use this quite often when I use a lemon or lime and I squeeze the juice out. I like it so you don't end up with the seeds. Another thing that I really like is this little chopper, my little Ninja. I'll do pie crusts and different things and chop things up. I find this very useful, very easy to clean, and so I really like that. It is sharp though, so you have to be careful. Another thing, and I do have a milk frother that warms and heats, which is great, and I do love to use that, but if I don't want to take that out, I use this milk frother. But let me tell you what I've learned. Let's say you have a coffee cup and you want to have a little half and half in it and you want to have some tea or coffee. Well, I used to fill it all up and put that in there, but it would splat everywhere. Now what I do is I pour a little bit of the half and half at the bottom of the coffee cup, then I put this down in there and froth it up. It just takes like maybe 30 seconds. Then I pour the coffee on top of that. That way there's no more splatting around. Another thing, and I know this seems common, most jars I can actually open on my own. Sometimes I can't, so I always love to have 1 or 2 of these around. These are usually given for free. I've gotten these for free. I don't even know from where actually. Another is when we cut an apple. I like this. This one is very, very sturdy, and I used to have plastic ones and they would break. I find this extremely useful for cutting apples and slices, so this would be a favorite kitchen gadget. This one is recently new. I actually would like to get some more of these, some of these oven sheets. What I do is I have air bake sheets, and I never knew you couldn't put them in the dishwasher and was wondering why they weren't working very effectively. Now I use these baking sheets on there, and this way it makes the wonderful baking sheets last longer. And so I put these little sheets on top of my cookie sheet, and it actually helps them to last longer. It doesn't get dirty, because it used to be where I wouldn't use these and sometimes things would get stuck on the cookie sheet. With using this, I don't have to worry about it. Also, I notice when I take these out of the oven, they are not cooking on the cookie sheet still. Before, sometimes the bottom of the cookie might get a little brown. With using these baking sheets, it helps the cookie to not continue baking. And it actually makes for a better cookie using the air bake cookie sheet and these fabulous baking sheets. These are also easy to clean, and I just think it makes a better cookie. So, and extends the life of your baking sheets, because I used to buy brand new cookie sheets every year. Anyway, enough of that one. This isn't a kitchen gadget, but I'm just going to talk about this. I know a lot of people love to chop their own onions. I have tried every which way, but no matter how I do it, it really burns my eyes. So I buy chopped onions. They're $1 at Kroger. I don't use that many of them, and I buy like 4 bags a month. Yes, it's $4, but I don't waste the onion. It doesn't go bad. You guys know I'm into really not having any food waste or very little minimal food waste, and I find this very, very helpful. So these are just some of my favorite kitchen gadgets. I want to know from you. Please share in the comments below kitchen gadgets you feel are worth the money. I'd like to hear from you. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and like always, I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.